Make sure you hear this video. It's definitely from the universe. I know it's from the universe because I just got finished talking about Benzino in this video, and I just and look. I was looking for that song he did back in the day, and so I typed in Big Zeno, and just 23 hours ago, less than 1 hour, it would have been a full day. They talking about him on Pablo Red TV. So that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of crazy that I was just talking about this dude in this video, and then I look it up. And also, since I'm back on, because I didn't mention, in the video you're gonna be looking at that, you're probably looking at that picture right now. But Mano said Rikers Island is hell, and I'll be telling you about hell. I was trying to tell you the spiritual, metaphysical, esoteric, eschatological significance of all this. So this is going to be a really good video. I know a couple of times I had to pause because, like I said, I got other things I got to take care of too. But it's a really good video, and I know it's a warning in the video. So, you know, just be checking it out. Whoever I talked about, whatever I talked about, keep an eye on these things, or whatever state they from, or whatever city they from, whatever, because it's warnings and all of that. And if you want to hear the new Benzino video, go to Pablo. I think it's Pablo Red TV on YouTube. This is Get. I'm out. Well, this is the intro. Enjoy. All right, I'm about to make a major metaphysical announcement, as well as an announcement that's going to make a lot of people upset. Now, I think I'm going to title this major announcement greatest or something. But I'm going to find a tricky way to put that out there, because I want people to hear it. But right now, you should be looking at, really, you're looking at Rikers Island. And I want to tell you how I got to this song. But it's not just about Rikers Island. It's a whole lot of shit going on. Like a lot of mad crazy shit is going on. Even the title of this guy's channel is Hip Hop Head. That's Triple H. See, everything I'm saying, keep an eye on. Because I used to give you all warnings, and I might be back. And anybody from the hood know Leroy. Everybody know Leroy. Right. Now, a lot of stuff's going on metaphysically. No way you can keep up with all of it. But I believe everything is going to be what it's going to be. You understand? Like I said, the gentleman proved himself to me recently. See, because I always worry about people, and that's what they don't get. See, that's the motherly side of me, because my true north node is in Cancer now. If the moon was in Cancer, that'd be the motherly. That's a nurturing, maternal. And I don't mind. I love that side. I'm strictly heterosexual. You ask, and I just got to do this because people are going to say, well, why you got to explain it if you ain't insecure? But I don't always explain it. But this video, I don't know who's going to hear it. So I got to make this perfectly clear. Any female that's ever been with me, most of the time she'll tell you, no, he really put that work in. It just depends. I'm sure I had bad moments like everybody else. But any female I really ever cared about or whatever, strictly heterosexual. I don't care what your sexual thing is, so please don't get offended. That's the problem. Kanye is right. People get so upset over stupid stuff. We should be able to have dialect with all the silly shit on this planet, and you got to stop letting the powers that be divide you, because they ripping you off while you fighting this person, fighting that person. They stealing your money. You should be fighting the people stealing your money. All right. So like I said, this is all going to be major. But some of y'all may have not caught on yet of what's going on. If anybody really listens to me, they would see what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm telling y'all all this stuff is going on. So I need y'all to listen a little bit, because I'm going to do a couple of things in this video. Just something I feel a need to do. Now, the reason why 187 is important, that'll take you back to, West Coast rhymes. 187. But see, things about to set it off. Even that title, I bet you if I look that title up, I'm gonna find something out. Just give me a moment. Because I'm just going where God's telling me to go. Like, just so you know, this is a metaphysical channel. It's a spiritual channel. But I deal with a lot, because your music, just like the Grox one tells you, your music You have to, your music is telling you, or Kanye is telling you, Jay-Z is telling you, all these people are telling you in their music, whether it's Illuminati or whether it's something higher than them. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. So like I said, Rikers Island popped up. Something told me to check it out, following my intuition. Correction officer attacked by inmates at Rikers Island. This was just 2 days ago. But I'm still not done. 6 correctional officers injured by inmate attacks at 2 jails. See, you understand? You understand? But see, any prison is another expression of hell. They even call it hell in the cell and all that. And we already told you about hell on earth when that volcano blew up on May 20th, 7 years after Harold Camping gave that prophecy. Then, now they got some fires going around in Cali that they calling holy hell fires. Why they keep saying hell? And why do you see all these uprisings in hell? See, if you knew our history out here in Monmouth County, New Jersey, that's why they was building. This is how George Washington overthrew the Moors. Now, this ain't just about the Moors, because that name is just like a generic right now. But that's what it was about. Overthrowing them in the court system and throwing them in jail. And that word Monmouth, it's in Britain too. Because Britain played a big role in the overthrow of the people of color. That's why if you study Europe and Britain and all that, they got like the Moors. It's areas out in Britain they just call them Moors. But that's locations where they killed all these people of color. And those areas still got those spirits are still there. When they say the dark age, why the age is dark? Because they were just killing people. They don't want to tell you what really happened. You got to study your history. So when you see uprisings in prisons, it's because when you be seeing Walking Dead and the dead coming out of prison, it's these people waking up. You see it in John chapter 11, Lazarus. That's why David Bowie told you about Lazarus and he told you about Kanye. I hope you're studying this stuff. This is not a joke, whoever you are that hears this video. This is definitely not a joke. I need you to listen because a lot of people don't really listen. Because I'm on 3 different frequencies right now. But so anyway, how did I get here? Like the talking head, how did I get here? Well, a lot of stuff's going on. Like right now, I don't know what it is, but everything happens for a reason. Like all hell is breaking loose in my life. But I'm kind of used to it. But it's just everything's happening for a reason. And for some reason, I guess because all hell is breaking loose, I'm taking my medications for high blood pressure. I'm studying my monitor for high blood pressure. And for some reason, all of a sudden, it just keeps rising anyway. And that's dangerous. You got to be real careful with that one. So what kind of stuff is going on? That's crazy. Because I was just talking at it stop because I think I got to make a phone call. But I want to check something. And I'm looking for something for a date. And when I went to the folder at a place where I worked at, the date on that folder is 5/20. Basically. Because that's when that all that hell broke loose. And see somebody I talked to. Well, let me just put that all together. It'll be in this video. But let me just finish this up before I go deeper with this. Alright, yeah, because like I said, it's a lot going on. And some told me to make a phone call. Because like I said, health-wise, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. And I don't know what it is. But see, it's something going on in the atmosphere. This is what I want to talk about. That's why I need y'all to hang in there. Because we're going to talk metaphysics. Because this is what's really going on. You know, with stuff heating up and all that. Just metaphysical stuff. A lot of people say it's because Planet X and Nibiru is coming closer and everything's heating up. I just got a phone call from my brother-in-law. He was dropping some science on some stuff. So I'm just one dude. So just give me a moment, because it's all kind of. I'm a caregiver for a parent, and they going through some stuff. So the information I'm gonna drop is definitely gonna be significant, but something just told me to make that phone call, because once I took my measurement, my blood pressure should be going down, but it keep going up dangerously. I mean, I don't nothing to worry about as long as I don't be moving around all crazy. But I know your job don't want to hear that shit. But I'm gonna go by what's the numbers on the meter and shit. In fact, I gotta go that way anyway tomorrow anyway. So I might take my meter on in and say, hey, if you want to take the measurement, I'm not lying, but I can't work under these. It's too high. And I don't know if it's because they had me lifting and shit. But see, I'm a challenger. You know what I'm doing? Like, I could have said no, but I was like, nah, that don't look too heavy. But it's funny how ever since I did that lifting, it was a lot of lifting. It wasn't necessarily heavy, but it wasn't extremely light either, but it wasn't extremely heavy. Because I wouldn't have did, I would have said, nah, I ain't lifting that. Y'all know I can't lift that. But I be trying to do, because I like to work and shit. So, but ever since that, I don't know if it's that or some strain. But then I got all these other crazy shit with phone call. Plus, they owe me a lot of money and shit. Like, to me, too much. If you owe me $2, that's too much. I don't play that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if any real dudes hear me, they know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about real dudes. See, I go way back. I was raised by 1970 gangsters and shit. You heard? So I talk that real shit. So if you don't know, like if you understand something, a lot of people don't like Benzino, right? Like, cause whatever. But even the locks say, yeah, we got into it with them niggas. Cause when I seen Benzino, the shit he was saying, it was early in the morning, and that's when it used to be Apollo and all that shit. And I was watching Benzino, and I said, the way he came out, it was him, and he was showing this old dude. It's like an old Italian dude or some shit. And he was saying, this is the dude that taught me. And he was spitting that shit. So I went up to another dude. I said, man, you ever heard of some dude named Benzino and shit? And he said, nah, I ain't never really hear him. And I was like, I'm resonating with him. Because I don't resonate with everybody. Because you got to show me. That's where I'm from. It don't matter who you say you are. You got to prove that shit. Because that's how I was trained. So, I never had no problem with him. And then when he got into it with because everybody makes stupid mistakes, because him and his partner had like the greatest hip hop magazine of all time or whatever. But that's you do that, you make mistakes, and he lost all of that. But then he got into it with G Unit, and that's one of the reasons why. And Flex don't like him either. At least they didn't like him back then. But he called them all out, and when he was dissing G Unit, that reminded me of some shit Pac would have did. I said Pac would have did some shit like that. And if you notice, he dissed everybody in G Unit. He kind of left Game alone, because Game was gonna leave anyway. And then he didn't really get a Young Buck either. And then he was the only rapper to really go after, like. Don't get me wrong, because I'm getting ready to say something. That's why I want you to think I'm saying I'm anti nothing. I'm just telling you what happened. But when he went after M, but he was kind of right, because they was really pushing M. They could have pushed a whole lot of other rappers that was good too. But they're going to make sure they push the non-black one. Even though he was good, but he deserved it though, because he was that good. But I still had to respect the man for saying it. And plus, when he did a rap song, he was really in the hood. When 50 did a rap song, they was rhyming in front of cardboard boxes and shit. Like, 50 got a lot of passes, but so did Tupac. But dudes that knew 50 knew he was like a street dude. Like, they knew, and that's why till this day he's kind of still respected, even though they accuse him of snitching and everything. But Pac, the same thing. They accuse Pac of dry snitching and shit. So sometimes the hood or whoever give you a pass for some reason. So, like, I think the picture of Rikers Island should still be up there, because the conversation I had, we talked about that today too. And we're going to get to it. I'm just trying to check a couple of things out. So, like I said, so just like a lot of people, like Joe Budden, he's a little weird. But even Styles P showed up, because everybody perceives Styles P as to be one of the hardest core gangster rappers of all time, and everybody basically perceives Styles P as being real. So to see him friends with Joe Budden, so that's why I said sometimes you hear shit like real. A lot of times real see real, and that's why, like, when I used to hang out, because I was always by myself. Not that I ain't had no friends and shit like that, but you're not going to betray yourself and shit. And I was never scared. I'm talking about since I was little. I was always walking up the streets and shit by myself. And that's how them gangsters got me and shit. So I don't hang out like I used to. But I mean, even recently, like just a couple of years, 3, 4 years ago, I don't know. When I was hanging out, you usually see me just chilling. But I might be sitting at the bar, but I watch everything. So I always get a seat, watch you coming in the door. Because that's how I know if we're going to have a problem or who coming in. Or if I see somebody, I like I said, like, real see real. You ain't trying to see everybody. And you don't want everybody to see you. That's why when a nigga say ghost, this is how you know I'm on some real shit. When a nigga say ghost, it's not so much about popping in, popping out, and all that shit. That nigga basically saying, if I don't see you, there's no need for you to see me. Now, if a real nigga ever hear this video, he gonna be like, yeah, that nigga just said some real shit. Because most niggas don't even know what I'm talking about. That's what ghost mean. If I don't see you, there's no reason for you to see me. Like, mind your fucking business. On some ghost shit. Like, you didn't see me, you ain't hear nothing, shut the fuck up. And you don't want to see me either. On some shit, but I really came up on shit like that. And I ain't saying that to sound like a tough guy, but I really came up on that shit. Like, we would run up on niggas and shit. So I remember one time I sat and watched that whole bar. All them people walked in, and I ain't say nothing to none of them. I was just sitting there looking at everybody coming to the bar. And then this one nigga walked in. I said, that nigga look like Walt, because I had a guitar player named Walt. And that nigga walked in, he sat right next to me. And me and him just started talking. We didn't even know each other and shit. We just started, that's real shit. Real just see real. So, all I'm saying with Ray Benzino, at least that nigga said what was on his mind. And from the moment I see him, like, he was dropping codes and shit. Like how he got in the game and how he was affiliated with whoever and shit. And he was honoring like them old dudes he connected with. So I respected him for that. I said, and that's some real shit. And then when he came out and did his videos, he was in the hood. 50 of them niggas wasn't in the hood. They was behind cardboard boxes and boxes and cardboard. I said, what type of gangster? I said, what type of gangster rap behind cardboard buildings? That's cardboard. Why ain't you really in the hood if you from the hood and shit? But I know what 50 would tell you. 50 be like, them niggas crazy and shit. Like 50 would tell you. But no, let me tell you the real deal. But some other niggas seen him though. And I think he was out in Cali. It was some gangsters in Cali. And he was going to a set. A movie set. And they said he rolled past them. And they said he seen him. And they said he turned around. They said, that's how we know this nigga real. He said real, other niggas wouldn't have turned around. They said 50 turned around and came right up to them niggas and rolled down the windows like, yo, where the set at and shit. Like, where the movie set at. So I don't know, maybe he thought they was actors though, but these was some real niggas and shit. They're like, we can't believe this is a real. This nigga came back by himself and shit. He could have got robbed and shit. They're like, we respect him for that and shit. And then they say when Suge Knight invaded, they was doing a video or something. I forget for what. They was doing a video shoot and Suge came, but he came with Mexican gangsters and shit. But 50 of them said they ain't leave. They said they was out there with Suge. They said everybody else took off. They said they seen Suge and them motherfuckers hauled ass. Like they got the fuck off that set. And they said 50 said they stayed, G-Unit said they stayed out there with Suge and shit. And then they said even Eminem, they said Eminem came out too. And you know at the Source Awards, not at the Source Awards. Yeah, it was a Source. It might have been a Source Awards, I forget. But when Dre got punched in the face by when Dre got punched in the face by one of Suge's people, Suge paid the dude to hit him, just punch him in his face. It was 50's people that was fighting. Like 50's security team started fighting Death Row. Because y'all know Death Row was always running up fighting and shit. And Benzino used to be, you know, he was kind of affiliated with, in a way. Especially when the Source Awards used to have awards and shit. Like when Suge stood up and said, you don't want your executive producer dancing all up in your video. That's when Benzino was running shit with the Source Awards and his partner. And they already knew when Death Row was coming. They already knew Death Row was going to start fighting and shit. But they never tried to stop it. That was some, you can call it what you want. You can call it some G shit if you want. So the point I'm making is I personally never had a problem with dude. You know, from what I seen, you know, he was more about what he was talking about. That's all I know. But I don't know him that well. But I know even the Locks respect that nigga. They say, yeah, we had a fight with his people and shit. And even they was saying, oh, Ray was cool. Even after the fight, they still said Ray was cool and shit. So that's why everybody that say somebody ain't real or somebody weak, you gotta hear the whole story. But But real, see real, like I said, I always respected that dude from the moment I seen him. Because I was watching Showtime at the Apollo. That went off or something. And it used to be some type of show that came on after that. It was a long time ago. And I seen Benzino and shit. But he was talking that real shit. Just and talking about how he got connected and shit. And he had that old man sitting there on that bench. I might try to find that video. Because if you can tell, I'm listening to some old videos, not all. But I might try to find that one. If it's on YouTube. And watch it again and see what he was talking about. But I always resonated with that nigga from that one video. And I don't always do that. Like even with L. In the 1980s, all I knew back then, because I wasn't even listening to hip hop music like that. I had got away from it. And I heard one rapper. Like I just heard certain songs that I resonated with. And I said it was like 5 different songs, y'all. 5 different songs that I had to have. And I only knew one of the names. So I think I rode my bike. I don't know. I might have had a car by then. I don't remember. But I went all the way down to Asbury Park, New Jersey, Cookman Avenue. Right up the street from, I guess you could call that a mosque for the Nation of Islam. But it's on the other side. And I went in there and I was like, yo, I said the dude's name. I either said the dude's name or the name of the song. I don't remember. But I seen the whole album. And when I turned the album around, every song that I needed to have was by that one nigga. And that was LL Cool J. I said, oh shit, this nigga? Like, oh shit. So, y'all should see LL to the right if y'all looking at the same picture I am, which I'm pretty sure you are. So I just wanted to give a little background as one of the reasons why I'm out here. But it's not the only reason. But y'all got to be patient. Because I'm going to make an announcement. That's why everything I'm doing, I'm leading up to it. I'm going to shock the world. I'm going to make a lot of people angry. Alright. Tell me, oh no. Come on, bro. Stop playing with me. Talking about your session timed out. And my boss was cool. He might have seen his email because I let that nigga know waging hours on that ass. Like, nigga, you owe. Like everything I do is because I've been through hell since I've been on this planet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I already know. You know, you better make sure you got everything documented and you better got all your shit. But these motherfuckers ain't playing. And if they can find a way in, they're gonna try their best to overthrow you. And they could care less if you die. They hope you die. They ain't got to deal with you no more. I done seen it too many times and shit. Why do you think all these rappers be saying that in their lyrics and shit? That's all Pac rap. That's all Pac rap. They gonna kill me. They gonna get me. F you. I'm gonna get you before you get me. All kind of crazy shit. So why this nigga so paranoid? But you gotta step in his shoes and then you find out. Alright, I gotta check one more thing. Then I'm gonna go back in. Right now, I'm going to try to teach you all metaphysics and prophecy and esoteric and all that. I'm going to hear someone new. They keep talking about people new from my class that I graduated with. Well, why they coming on classmate now? You know what I'm saying? This is the second one. And the one that they said is new, she was real smart in school. And I was able to send her a note. I was like, yo, you just coming on classmate now? All these years? Why you coming on now? But all this stuff be happening for a reason. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Give me a second. Let's just add a photo. Nah. I don't know this person. Do they have a picture? View profile. No, they ain't got no picture, so nah, I don't know you. I mean, sometimes I just ask them if they remember me and shit. Come on, man, hurry up. All right. Now I can get up out of here. All right, so now we're going to get on. We finally where we need to be. All right. So now, I'm just trying to tell you the mood of what's going on right now. So my brother-in-law, he's a Taurus, and you would have to understand astrology. That's why I'm saying all it, and everything is astrology, from your Bible to everything, to Hinduism, you name it. It's going to come under astrology. Whether people choose to believe that or not, there's nothing I can do about that. So now on August 11th, 2018, we just had a solar eclipse in my sign, Leo. And that basically is going to change a lot of stuff. And I just had a long, because like I said, I seldom get to talk to my family. We talk by like leave messages or whatever because we stay busy. But my brother-in-law definitely wanted to talk, and he definitely wanted to talk about what's going on above us. But he's always dropping science. And we talked about incarceration a little bit. And that made me I wanted to hear Cool G rap Rikers Island, but I had no idea they just had like a uprising in that prison as well as another one. Why? Because that's the metaphysical world's way of telling you that these people you got locked down, these Lazarus people, are about to wake up, and you ain't gonna be able to hold them no more because the 400-year prophecy is over with. They're the real people of God. So you have to read Genesis 15. That's all you have to do. And a lot of this is on YouTube as well. And I talk about a lot of stuff, but a lot of my stuff is now I put it on unlisted. Because like me, I try to move on because I really believe in energy. And you can't just let anybody just tap into your energy because they keep pulling you back. Like a lot of people want like a low vibration and stuff. And no matter what you do, they're not going to never step up because it's a low vibration. See, it has to be selfish for people like that. Like somebody may love to travel. So when you say travel, oh, they on it. You say Bermuda, the Caribbeans, they on it. But if you say something like a Bible study or prophecy, now all of a sudden here come the low vibration, low frequency. And I do call that vibrational frequency the nigger frequency. Now why do I use that term? Because that term is usually anybody that don't want to do nothing, want to be lazy. They're going to fuck up the situation no matter what you try to do to help them, they're going to fuck it up. So you learn all that. So at this point in my life, plus my health, I got to be taking care of myself. Plus, I told y'all, I'm a caregiver for somebody else and she be falling out. So I got to keep an eye on her. So we don't have time for silly shit no more. So I come out here with these videos and just do what I got to do. But this particular video, I think, needs to be out there. And there's a lot of metaphysics in the numerology that I'm probably not going to talk about. But when I see 187, I think of 1987. Because that's when I got my car. Not my first car, but I got a Toyota Corolla. And again, if you watch the Toyota, they had that horn. Now, why does that symbol have that horn in it? Is that the horns of Saturn? Is that the bull? You know, sometimes you got to figure things out. Or is it the ox? So I just thought that was unique that they dated this video. Or I guess he's saying this song was August 13th, 1990. Because it's August 12th, 2018 right now. So that's literally 28 years ago. Just like Harold Camping gave a prophecy for May 21st, 2011. Well, on May 20th, 2018, we had the volcano eruption that everybody said was hell opening up. They said hell was opening up underneath, and it was coming out through them hurricanes and stuff. Then they had all this fire in California that they call holy hell. And then you keep hearing about all these people fighting in prison, upsetting the prison, because I tell you that this is telling you these people, the Lazarus prophecy, like David Bowie told you, is waking up. And right now people are listening to Kanye West, whether they agree with him or not. But David Bowie basically implied that Kanye West was going to be a source for change in a prophetic way. So this is all esoteric, eschatology, metaphysics, mysticism, mysteries of the kingdom, secret societies, hidden knowledge. But what I'm trying to tell you is it's very interesting. And remember, LL Cool J calls himself the GOAT. Well, if you know about the GOAT is Capricorn. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn or Satan. However you want to look at it. And on this song, the drum version of Rock the Bells, LL slipped it in on you. He said, I'll illuminate over any number on the Richter. My throat contracts like a boa constrictor. So nobody knew it. That's how smart that dude was. Because I thought that was probably one of the hottest verses ever written. Especially at that time. But when you look back, he was trying to tell you what was really up. And allegedly, he was only 16 when he wrote that, 15 and 16. Now, if you study their birthdays, Rakim was also around that time when he came out. But in a recent interview, Rakim said, yeah, I knew LL. Me and LL used to like box each other. And he said, but I had to respect LL because LL was older than me. So they was telling you LL was only like 15 and 16. But he might not have been. Because Rakim is saying, no, LL was older than me. Because, you know, now 30 years have gone by and nobody cares if you know the truth. But that's deep. Plus, nobody knew that them two was even like friends. I mean, they used to be fighting each other and everything. And Rakim said one time, he said, because LL, you couldn't take off LL's hat. Before he went bald, he wouldn't let you take off his hat and shit. And they used to fight, like they used to, because you know, this still black people. And they said one dude tried Steady B and got beat down. Because see, like KRS-One would be talking shit about LL, and Steady B was down with KRS-One. But KRS was smart enough to know not to go try that shit. But Steady B was from Philly, so he ain't know no better. So he tried to size LL up, and the moment he tried, he got his ass kicked. And they said one time LL was in some water and lost the hat. And he went underwater and wouldn't come out until the hat was found and shit. But how you gonna be underwater that long and shit? So Rakim said one time he was fighting L, and he tried to get the hat and shit off of him. But LL was like, "Oh, I see what you're trying to do and shit." All right. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I see stuff like this all the time, but I was trying to show you what's going on. And I hope some of y'all seen it. Maybe not, I don't know. Keep an eye on LL. Keep an eye on the Prism system, especially Rikers Island. And remember, Cool G rap and then LL Cool J. So you got to remember, when God came to the Garden of Eden to punish Adam and Eve, he didn't come in the heat of the day. He came in the cool of the day. So why did God come in the cool of the day? Because God had already decided he was going to show them mercy. See, the cool is the mercy. Had he come in the heat of the day, they would have been on their way to hell. But they still got that fiery sword, and they still got kicked out the garden. So this is what I be trying to teach people. You still got to go through that great tribulation. Even though God's going to show you mercy, the cool of the day, but you still got to go through that fiery sword. And even the Revelation tell you he's coming with a sword. So that's that purging, which is called the great tribulation on earth. Now they claim this song Rikers Island was on Wanted Dead or Alive. So even that's important. And it's kind of interesting why he messed up there. Well, it's just interesting that the A is small case. Makes you wonder why. Could have just made a mistake, maybe not. All right. So now, because we are talking about hip hop, if you made it this far, I'm about to tell you all my pick for the greatest rap song of all time. Tell you, it's been too many. Come on. Who could be greater than Cool G rap? Who could be greater than Melly Mel? Who could be greater than Big Pun? Who could be greater than B.I.G. Big? Who could be greater than all of them? I didn't necessarily say the person was greater. Make sure y'all hear. I didn't say he was greater than them. But I said the greatest rap song ever made. And I'm going to tell you why. First off, when he made this song, everybody thought he would never have another song like that again in his life. They thought he was washed up. Second off, it was highly creative. But he stayed true to his character. And that's what made the song so great. Second off, in an age where they're really trying to force you to be politically correct, he went off and did it again. That's what made that song so great. Just those reasons, but there's so many more. Second off, his lyrical style, his wordplay, his flow was impeccable. Highly creative song. And then he kept changing the beat. Like he kept changing his flow. Like everything that you had to really offer, he did in that song. And take Jay-Z. Jay-Z was known for rapping real fast when he first came out. And that's what that dude did. And if you listen to that song, that's really who he was calling out. Because he kept saying words that Jay would say. So on that song, and Jay used to call himself like Jehovah and Hove, and saying he the guy to rap and shit. So to me, y'all could be mad or whatever, but I think Rap God was the greatest rap song ever written. And that boy went off. And I really believe it was that song. In my opinion, it was that song. Not his other songs, but it was that one song that solidified his place among the greatest lyricists ever to grace the mic. And I know cats don't want it, but y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. Y'all just get mad. You ain't thinking. Because you could be a great lyricist, but did you ever write a creative song like that? See, we ain't just talking about a great lyricist. We talking about the creativity that went with that song. So, that's it. I also just got finished watching M with do Rock the Bells with DJ Jazzy Jeff. And I think that other dude, if I'm not mistaken, was from the Roots. I forgot. But that's it. Y'all got your prophetic warning, but y'all also got a little history of hip hop and about, whatever I was talking about. I'm out. This is Get.